So I'm out here with my Lumix camera. I have stabilization turned on, and I'm just out here just trying to shoot a video with this camera. I've kind of fallen back in love with my DSLR after a while. I hated it for a long time, and now I'm starting to like it again. So I just want to see what it can do. I want to see what kind of shots I can get, and I want to talk about my finals. And then I think this is going to be the last vlog, maybe for a little while. And we're just going to go back to camping videos twice a week, because I vlogged for a while, I got it out of my system, and I'm not feeling it anymore. I wonder what's in this hole right here. I'm curious to see how the stabilization is working, and I'm still sick, getting over my cold, but I've been doing a daily hike every single day, and they're not major hikes by any means, but ever since I got this Apple Watch, I've been trying to hit these rings every day. So it's definitely gotten me motivated to be out here and hiking more and getting more exercise. That's pretty cool. Ooh, my voice is getting raspy, boys. We're gonna need to find a place to get some water going. Alright, so this was the first part of the video, and this is what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna take each of my three cameras. It's my GoPro Hero 9, my Lumix G7, and my iPhone 14 Pro, excuse me. And I'm going to try to do what I can do with all three. And I'm going to see which one sounds the best, to me looks the best. And they're all going to be shooting in 4K 60, except for the older G7, which sadly has to shoot in 30 frames per second. That's okay. So the great thing about the iPhone is we have 1x optical, 2x optical, 3x optical, and we also have a massive wide-angle lens. I have a beautiful, beautiful wide-angle lens on this camera. And one of the main things, the downsides about filming on an iPhone is, if you're consuming your content on an iPhone, this is gonna look 10 out of 10 spectacular. If you're viewing this on a TV or a large monitor, you're gonna notice the quality drop. But I really can't complain about that, because this is a smartphone, and a couple years ago they looked like shit, but now they look absolutely beautiful. Also, we have a new thing on iPhone called Action Mode this year, which will function like a GoPro. So when this is on and I'm running, my phone is actually gonna have some stabilization on it, which is crazy, because with a DSLR, I didn't even try it. And that's about all I can run, man. It's like 100 degrees out here. We're gonna have to find some shade real quick. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to get shirtless, and that will not be good. That will not be good at all. But the stabilization, this does take it down to 2.8K from 4K. But I think it still looks pretty damn good. Check this out, guys. Brought my chair today. Oh yeah. There's one thing about these that make it a little bit harder to use, and that is the form factor of this. When I'm holding this and I'm vlogging, I'm getting a lot of attention. People are always looking at me. They're like, who's that creep with a camera? I was doing a live stream and I brought this camera and I went to the top of a hotel, and they're like, look, dude, you look like a creep, gonna take pictures of women. And I'm like, bro, what the hell? And the form factor is not so easy and light. The GoPro is very tiny and it's very light, and you can put it anywhere, hide it, nobody will even see your recording. With a phone, everybody shoots with a phone, so that's normal. When I'm holding this big camera up, it is heavier, and you can definitely feel it. And honestly, this sounds like wah, right? But it gets heavy after a while when I'm holding this thing. I don't know. I mean, this thing's absolutely gorgeous, and it's a small one too, so it's not even that big. But hey, man, what can I tell you? But it does take beautiful pictures, and I'm excited to see the quality difference in all three of these. One downside to me though, having my phone as my primary device, is if I'm shooting video constantly, that's constantly running the battery down, and I can't use it as much, right? Like, I can always use my phone if I have my GoPro out. It's convenient, yes, but at the same time, it isn't as convenient as having a secondary shooter. All right, so my GoPro was actually completely dead, so I just charged it in a couple seconds. And this is my favorite camera. I got to admit, I'm a little biased. I love it. It's so easy and small to just like put anywhere. It fits in my pocket. I never have to worry about dropping it because it's extremely well built. I've dropped it, I don't know, 100 times, and it's fine. I've taken it underwater. I've taken it in the ocean. I've taken it in swimming pools. I've dropped it over like 20 feet, and the thing just never fails to let me down. Now, the one thing I'm curious about is it is very windy right now. I know this camera is definitely going to have lagged. The iPhone, I'm not so sure about, but I'm curious about this one right now, how it sounds, because this is in a media mod. So it has a little bit of an advantage right now, right? And this is an action camera. I love action cameras because I can connect it to my car. I put it on the top of my car. I wear it on my head. I have so many different attachments. I'm not gonna connect this to my car. Like, I'm just so scared to drop it because these cameras are so freaking cheap. And beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, guys. This is no color grading. This is straight out of the camera. If you really want to get down and dirty, you can. We can look right into the trees here. The image quality is fantastic. I'll show myself running right here, and the stabilization is just going to be the best that you can get. And this isn't even with the max settings on, max stabilization. And yeah, I'm clearly biased towards GoPro. Now, you can't zoom in, right? But honestly, when I make videos, I don't find myself zooming in too much. I really don't. Maybe it's because I've been using GoPro for so long, but also, this has an amazing feature, and I was honestly hoping that there would be more clouds and stuff in the sky, but this one also has built-in features like time-lapse, star-lapse, and I will be upgrading to the GoPro 12 this year. But let me guys know what you think. Which video do you like the best? These are all not color graded, just raw, straight from the camera. I'm gonna try to shoot a quick time lapse with this bad boy though and see what I can get. Is that gonna do it? I don't know, I don't think so. These cameras are very complicated to, like, when you're shooting time lapses. And that's the great thing about GoPro, once again, is that it's not complicated at all. It's very easy. It's all straight point and shoot. And for me, that works. I don't want to be messing with a ton of settings. I'm in a rush. I gotta go, bro. If I had more time, definitely. So I think, especially after today, the GoPro is still gonna be my main shooter. I don't really like carrying this thing around. It is big and heavy. I have liked it a lot more recently, and I've fallen in love with the DSLR because I just love photography and shooting videos with these. And this is just so, like, I'm a hipster in a Starbucks and I got a coffee and I'm out shooting videos, and I don't know, it just holds a special place in my heart, you know, things like this. And the truck driver at 7-Eleven the other day, we've been talking about cameras for a long time. And I told him to buy a Lumix S5 2X, which is like a $2,500 camera. And he did it, and he brought it to my work. And he's like, bro, I'm already behind, but I just brought it so you could see it and play with it and mess around with it. We spent 30 minutes, dude, just in the parking lot behind his truck so the cameras couldn't see, just playing with the camera. I had to stay over late in my shift, and I didn't get paid for it, but it was worth it just to catch up, because it was so freaking cool just sitting there and like playing with the camera. Now that thing shoots in like 8K, 100, it's a monster. The thing is a monster. I'm gonna buy one before the end of the year maybe, if I can somehow save up enough money. But that would replace all my cameras. I would never have to get rid of my GoPros, all that, because that thing's just a machine, right? But finals have been going well. I've been having a really rough week because I've been sick, but the rehab video and that paper, I got an A on that, so that was incredible. And I'm waiting on another couple of my finals to come in, but it should be next week, man, and we should be basically wrapped up, guys. So just wanted to say thank you everybody for watching. We're definitely going to go back now more into the camp style videos. I had a lot of fun with the vlogs, but I'm getting an urge to go camping again. It's back. Anyway, guys, yeah, let me know which camera you like the best. Leave it down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you subscribed it, and like if you liked it. I'll see you guys around. Peace and bye.